We are all mostly familiar with the deck of many things, a deck of up to 22 cards that historically has rent asunder many an adventuring party. GameMasters here, and today we are checking out the new deck of many more things, an additional 44 cards that can be used either as their own deck or in combination with the deck of many things itself. Of course, you could also modify the many more things deck. It doesn't have to be 44 cards. It could be as few as you want, or you could even make a theme of them, and I'll explain the theme decks a little later in the video. Exactly like the deck of many things, the many more things too requires you to announce how many cards you are going to draw, and the magic effect immediately takes place the moment that you draw that card. You've got 1 hour between draws, and should you not draw your remaining announced number, that amount then from the deck draws for you, and their effects all happen to you simultaneously. In the new deck of many more things, you will find the following cards. And I'm going to gloss over a bit of what they do, but keep in mind, most go into a lot more detail. They are Aberration. This gives you telepathy. Beast. This transforms you into a random beast. Book. You can speak, read, and write multiple languages. Bridge. You can cast the time stop spell. Campfire. You suddenly feel refreshed as if you just took a long rest. Cavern. You basically become Spider-Man, just without the web slinging. You can climb walls. Celestial. Wings pop out of your back and you can fly. Construct. A homunculus appears nearby and obeys you. Corpse. You drop to 0 hit points and you might die. Crossroads. There is a 50-50 chance you could grow older or grow younger. Door. You can cast the gate spell. Dragon. A dragon egg pops into existence and immediately hatches into a wormling. It thinks you're its parent. Kind of cool. Elemental. You gain immunity to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Expert. Your dexterity goes up just a little. Fey. A portal to the Feywild opens before you. You are sucked into it and disappears, leaving your party behind. Fiend. A fiend appears in front of you and offers you a deal. Giant. You grow a bit in height. You also gain some permanent hit points. Humanoid. This allows you to stop drawing cards regardless of how many you initially stated. Lance. All of your ability scores increase by 1 point. Mage. Your intelligence score goes up just a little. I think mine just went down. Map. You think of an object or an individual and can immediately know its location. Maze. You find yourself exhausted. Mine. A small amount of treasure appears at your feet. Not mine. Monstrosity. A CR10 or less monstrosity appears before you and immediately attacks you. Ooze. A gelatinous cube appears and immediately engulfs you. Path. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. Pit. An open pit opens up underneath you and you fall and take damage. Plant. You can speak with plants. Priest. Your wisdom score goes up just a little. Prisoner. Glowing chains appear and wrap around you. While they're holding you, you are considered restrained. Ring. A rare ring appears on your finger. The DM gets to pick the ring. Shield. A rare suit of magic armor appears in your hands. The DM gets to pick the armor. Ship. The DM will give you proficiency in 3 skills that they choose. Staff. A rare magic staff, wand, or rod appears in your hands. The DM gets to pick which one. Stairway. You can either decrease or increase the number of draws from the deck by 2. Or a rare wondrous item will appear in your hands. Statue. You turn to marble. Tavern. Your charisma score goes up just a little. Temple. A deity or powerful entity is now bound to you and will provide at least once some form of divine intervention. Tomb. You have a year to cast True Resurrection, even if you normally don't have access to it and you don't need components. Tower. You'll draw 2 additional cards beyond what you initially stated. You pick only one and its effect takes place. Tree. Your flesh becomes like tree bark. You gain some to your dex modifier, but you'll also become vulnerable to fire. Undead. A revenant rises. It might not be anywhere near you, but it will hunt you down. Warrior. Your strength increases just a bit. And the Well. You learn 3 cantrips of your choice from any spell list. Now, you'll note that some of these are pretty nasty while others are pretty beneficial, and this takes us into creating a themed deck. For example, let's say you wanted to create a boosting deck, but one with the potential to have some teeth. You'd put in all the cards that can boost your stats, Expert, Lance, Mage, Priest, Tavern, and Warrior, and for something that can bite back, you might include the Monstrosity card, perhaps even one from the original deck like the Donjon or Void card. Perhaps you want to create a deck of horrors. Included cards could be Balance, Comet, Donjon, Euralia, Flames, Fool, Jester, Puzzle, Rogue, Skull, Talons, and Void. Yeah, those are all from the original deck of many things. Keep in mind that the Book of Many Things does not alter what those original cards do in any way. Yes, the Vizier card was renamed to Sage and the Idiot card was renamed to Puzzle, but should either of those get drawn, they would still have the same effect as their original namesake. That said, however, should you want the original cards to have a slightly different performance, there's even a way for you to take ownership of the deck and use the cards as a weapon against your enemies. But that's a video for another time. I'm going to go ahead and thank my Deck of Many More Things supporters as they make it possible for me to bring this kind of content to you. You give them a huge thanks by giving this video a thumbs up button. And if you'd like to become a YouTube or Patreon supporter, I'll leave a link down in the comments. Guys, we just said a lot. We just covered a lot of new cards. Which one was your favorite? What ones would you want to draw? What ones would you want to avoid not getting? Which ones would you want to avoid drawing? That's the better one. Let me know down in the comments, and if you'd like to see the deck in action, be sure to check out this video next where I pull cards until something bad happens. Until next our paths cross, may you not draw the corpse card.